It is time for Law or Nah, where we have local legal experts answer your questions about the law.
Yeah, and we have just the friends to help us do that. Donnie and Ken from the Advocates Law Firm. Hey.
Hey, guys.
Hello.
Very nice to see you again. So for people who don't know, tell us a little bit about the Advocates.
So we're a personal injury firm. We're in the Pacific Northwest, but mostly in Seattle. We've been around for quite a while, help people who've been hurt because of the fault of others.
Yeah. Well, some of our viewers are curious to hear your, expert advice here. So the first question comes from our viewer, Judy in Seattle. She emailed us and said, is it legal to write your own simple will in Washington? I would take my old one and modify it and have it witnessed and notarized. Would this be valid? I only own a house and a car. Thanks.
Well, I just want to give a shout out to Judy because I feel like this is such a common question. So many of our clients, people call in and ask us about wills all the time, and I feel like it's something that not many people know about, and we'll be lucky enough to think about writing our own will one day. But yeah, so just a common question. I'll let Ken touch on the legal part of it, but I just wanted to say thanks, Judy.
Yeah, Judy?
So the answer is yes, you can write your own will in Washington. There are certain requirements. You can't just handwrite something and sign it and then toss it in your desk and hope it works. That doesn't work. If it's not done properly, then under Washington law, it's like there isn't a will at all. So it's important that you do it the right way. But if you're not dealing with a lot of assets or a lot of crazy things that you're trying to do, then yeah, you can do it by yourself. And the only important part is make sure that you have two witnesses who are not interested in any way sign it. So she mentioned a notary. You could do that too. That helps. That's just another witness. But in that case, it would still be valid. The biggest thing for younger people is kids. I mean, that's the reason why you need a will.
Right.
But yeah, I think it's really great to get that done. And if you're not comfortable doing it yourself by copying an older will and doing it that way, as long as you know it was done right the first time, there's some online tools that you can use. But if things get a little more weird where you're trying to kind of ace somebody out or something like that, get a lawyer.
Okay.
All right. So I do have a question, though, because, I think some people don't like to think about wills because you kind of are thinking about dying as well. But talk to us about why it is so important to have a will, no matter what way you decide to go, even if you don't think you have a lot of assets.
So I think for kids would be the biggest reason. If you have young kids who aren't going to be helping in the decision of who's going to be watching them, then that's the biggest reason. If you have quite a few different kinds of real estate, to avoid probate, you might want to put that into a trust instead of using a will. That would help out there.
I think also clarity for your family and friends that might think they're entitled to your things is always nice for them to just have that and know.
Lay it out
what that person wanted.
So not everybody fights after.
All right, we have another question to get to here. So this is it. It says, quote, I recently had emergency surgery due to a sudden organ failure. My boss wanted to schedule me 3 days before my medical leave actually ends because it's been basically enough time and we have too many people booked off that day. I've said I've already been written out for that day by my doctor and will not be coming in until my leave is over. Does she have the right to schedule me during leave?
I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
This has happened to you. First you're sick and now your boss is trying to force you to come in. That sounds like a really unfortunate situation. My first question here would be about what type of leave does this person have? Is it just the doctor's note, or have they applied for certain acts like FMLA, or if it's Washington PFML, which are like labor law acts that basically protect your job and protect or force your employer to make sure that you still have a job if you need to take medical leave. So I would wonder if this person has applied for and been granted one of these types of leaves, and if so, then the employer definitely can't schedule them based on what they think this person's recovery timeline is.
For sure.
The other part is sometimes in your employee manual, they're going to have things that say, look, if you need medical leave, this is how much time we're going to give you. If it's already laid out in the manual, you've got some rights. I mean, I don't know where your listeners or viewers find these employers, but
Right.
they're just astounding. But I mean, some employers saying, okay, it's basically been enough time. I mean, basically winning is losing. I mean, you can't. Yeah, they can't just say somebody with organ failure has to come in and flip burgers.
Right, right,
Yeah.
right. Well, we really appreciate your insight as always, Donnie and Ken from The Advocates. And don't forget, you can submit your legal questions to us on social media. Find us on any platform, Studio 13 on Fox.
Yeah, we'll see you soon.
See you soon.
Okay.
Yeah.